I chose sushi because it has held a place in my family since I was a kid. I was introduced to sushi at a young age. My mom used to do something called Wacky Food Wednesday most Wednesdays throughout a period of my childhood. Each Wacky Food Wednesday, my mom would have my siblings and I try a new food, and sometimes they were kind of weird. She did this because she wanted us to be open-minded about food and not picky, so that we can enjoy all types of food. I remember having octopus, mussels, razor clams, soft-shell crabs, raw oysters, and all sorts of sushi. My siblings and I all love sushi, and we would have it at least once a week. From there on out, sushi became our go-to for celebrations. For example, we normally all have our birthday dinners at a local sushi restaurant, and sushi is always the first food we eat when we travel somewhere. Sushi is surprisingly important in American culture. 50 years ago, most Americans had never heard of sushi, and most thought the idea of consuming raw fish was appalling. In the 1950s, many Americans were somewhat resistant to Japanese food and culture because they had lived through World War II and still perceived the Japanese as the enemy. Soon, Hollywood began to embrace sushi throughout the 1970s. The food got a boost as Americans were encouraged to eat more fish for better health. In 1977, the U.S. Senate issued a report called Dietary Goals for the United States. This report blamed fatty acid, high cholesterol foods for the increasing incidence of disease. The report recommended greater consumption of fish and grains. Around that same time, health experts also began to promote the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids abundant in fish. Many Americans thought of sushi as a healthy alternative, and then came Shogun, a television event that changed America's cultural relationship with Japan. Shogun depicted Japanese dress, culture, and food with a level of authenticity that was previously unparalleled in the American screen. The series was shown in many high school history curriculums throughout the 1980s. The show is credited with sparking a nationwide interest in all things Japanese, including sushi. Sushi consumption in America increased Japanese immigration and allowed Americans to grow a better perception on Japanese people and culture. For nutrition facts, I'm using a sushi tuna roll. There are 29.1 calories in one piece, so about 232 calories per serving for 8 pieces. There are about 18 grams of protein per serving and about 0.6 grams of fat and 37 grams of carbs. The two highest micronutrients are potassium and phosphorus. I would describe this food as a healthy option. However, it does depend on the type of roll you get. Some rolls are healthier to get, such as whitefish rolls, salmon and avocado rolls, and tuna rolls. Unhealthier rolls would be deep fried rolls. I consider sushi healthy because fish has protein and omega-3 fatty acids. They also include complex carbs in the rice and is typically low fat. How sushi is prepared. Sushi is made by first cooking rice, then cooling it, and molding it by hand and adding a topping. Or it can be made by wrapping the rice in nori and adding fillings to make a roll using a bamboo mat to help the mold, and roll the fish and other toppings into the rice. The large roll is then cut into smaller pieces. Sometimes sauces are drizzled over the top, and sushi is normally served with ginger and wasabi. Now we will have our interview with Nolan, the sushi connoisseur. How is sushi culturally significant to you?
Sushi's significant to me because early on in my life, my mom would take me and my cousins to a sushi restaurant in Watertown. She did that every Thursday because she had off, and ever since then, she's been showing me what rolls were the best, which rolls she liked the best, and she actually got me into soy paper on sushi rolls. And ever since then, we've been going to sushi restaurants for our birthdays, family occasions, or simply like on vacation.
Yeah. Are you aware of the nutritional value of sushi?
I am. Sushi is very nourishing for the human body. It has very low fat, high protein fishes, which has very essential vitamins and minerals. The rice adds a very dense carbohydrate, which can keep you full for longer. And the avocado, also in most rolls that have avocado, it is a healthy fat for the human body. So
Wow. Where's the coolest place you've ever eaten sushi at?
I'd say the coolest place I've eaten sushi is in Jamaica, probably. They have sushi bars and sushi restaurants at most resorts there, so it's fresh.
How often do you eat sushi and what's your favorite roll?
I would eat sushi probably once a week whenever we go on our little dinner dates. My favorite roll is the hot lover roll from a local restaurant where we live. It's called Ninja. It has spicy tuna, salmon, avocado, cream cheese, and spicy mayo on top.
So that will conclude our interview. And this will also conclude the presentation. So I hope you enjoyed, and there's my sources listed. Thank you.